January 12th, 2000. It was a day that impacted not only the city of Charlotte, but Hornets fans and the Phills family. Bobby Phills was a Charlotte Hornets player that was killed in a car accident. This week, I caught up with his family to find out what life is like after Bobby. Kendall Phills remembers it like it was yesterday, the day she locked eyes on Bobby Phills.
It was love at first sight. So he was in high school. He was like 6'3", 190 pounds, and he was a basketball player. So he was so distinguished from all the other guys. So it was always something special about him.
The high school sweethearts continued to date in college, but it was one special day when Bobby pulled up in a limo.
He got on one knee the traditional way, and he was like, I know we've been through a lot of ups and downs, but you're the woman of my dreams, and I can't imagine living life without you.
The couple got married. Soon after they married, their son, Trey, was born. But the uncertain life of pro sports wasn't always easy. Bobby was cut from his first NBA team, the Cleveland Cavs. But Charlotte came calling. Hornets owner George Shinn flew the couple to the Queen City in his own private jet.
We fell in love with Charlotte the minute the plane landed. We saw all the greenery, and it was like, this is such a special place. And I love the colors, purple and teal, so that had a lot to do with me choosing the team.
The decision was easy for both the organization and the Phills.
He signed with the Charlotte Hornets, so I was pregnant with my daughter. I had my daughter. I had a little girl, a little boy, and Bobby was a starter and doing wonderful things here.
Wonderful things that involved giving back to the community the Phills had fallen in love with.
We knew that we were blessed tremendously financially, and it was just natural for us to give back. We saw my parents give back. He saw his parents give back. So making a difference in the lives of others really meant a lot to both of us.
But life changed instantly for the Phills family on the afternoon of January 12th, 2000.
Then one day you just get that phone call. It was a phone call that I will never forget.
Phills was good friends with teammate David Wesley. Wesley's fiance called Kendall and told her to go to Tybola Road.
And that's when I knew something had happened. I immediately called David Wesley and I was like, what's going on? And he told me that Bobby had been in a really bad accident and just come to the Coliseum. And when I walked to the scene of the accident, I'll never forget seeing Derek Coleman crying, Anthony Mason crying, David Wesley crying. Everyone was crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
The one person in the crowd she didn't see was her husband, Bobby.
I see his car crumbled and his 6'5" body pinned in his car. And his body was covered at the time, and I just remember going crazy. Paul Salas was the coach at the time, and Coach Jerry Eves, they tried to hold me back. It was nothing they could do to keep me from getting to that car.
Bobby Phills was killed instantly. Speed was a factor in the crash.
A part of me died too on Tybola Road because that was my high school sweetheart. He was my best friend. He was the father of my children and, you know, the love of my life. So my life changed instantly when I lost him. I didn't just lose a husband, my kids lost their father. The city of Charlotte lost a great community leader and a role model and just a great guy, a good man.
Whose memory continues to live in Charlotte's heart. Amanda O'Hara, My Fox, Carolinas.